Hallo und herzlich willkommen. Ich muss mal gerade das Mikrofon nochmal richten. So. Oh. So. Jetzt müsste es gehen. Hoffentlich ist es jetzt nicht so leise, aber ich finde die Musik persönlich sehr, sehr laut. Gerade auf den Ohren. Obwohl ich nichts umgestellt habe. Stellen wir das mal ein bisschen runter. So, das machen wir so. Jetzt geht's. So, nochmal. So.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help a poor cripple.
Here's 5 silvers. Buy yourself some food. Nee, wir geben ihr dann ja später sowieso auch noch was, deswegen sprechen wir erstmal mit ihr. Nee.
Well,
Nee, okay.
thank you truly, my lord. That's right good of you. It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the diamond quarters, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezda to fill?
Tell me about Dust Town.
It's pretty much as you see it. The raw stone where the casteless live, because we're not welcome elsewhere. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town.
So. What do you mean by brand?
Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place.
How did you get crippled?
I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper.
Can they just get away with that?
I don't know where you're from, but in Orzammar, casteless have no lineage, so it's no crime to hurt you. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town.
Where's the body? Go to get drunk around here?
If you have that kind of coin, Salroka, you don't want to drink what they've got here. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, they've got anything you want.
I should get going now.
I'll just stay out of your way then.
This should be easy enough.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
Let me see your wares.
Of course.
Entschuldigung. Gerade schauen, was wir verkaufen können. Hm. Wir brauchen das Geld, deswegen verkaufen wir es. Hm. Mhm. Alistair? Ja, gut. Stan? Ups, falsch. Stan. Stan braucht das nicht. Wir brauchen das auch nicht. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich das... Ich kann mir das einfach nicht vorstellen, Severin zu geben. Vielleicht verkaufe ich einfach hier Dalish und Leatherarm. Ich wüsste auch nicht. Ich will das jetzt nicht verkaufen. Ich krieg zwar viel Gold, aber ich möchte es eigentlich gerne beim Endkampf, beim Finale tragen dann. Das will ich auch nicht kaufen. Zur Verteidigung. Nein. Eigentlich, falls ihr euch fragt, warum ich nicht gleich alles hier im Inventar mache, ich persönlich finde es einfacher, dass ich das in Kategorien abgehe. Ich habe einige... Also, wir kriegen ja von Harrimond noch einen Stab. Das ist eine gute Frage. Was machen wir jetzt? Ich mache gerade ein bisschen lauter. So. Ich weiß nicht. Defeat History. Ich glaube, wir machen das mal. Wir müssen eigentlich wirklich, wirklich, wirklich sparen, aber das mit dem Sparen lassen wir. Tut mir leid. Dieser doofe Nachbar bohrt seit 2 Wochen. Die ganze Zeit. 2, 3 Mal am Tag. Nicht am Tag, aber... Dieser blöde Nachbar bohrt seit 2 Wochen. Und pro Woche bohrt er 3 oder 4 Mal. Und das dann eine Stunde oder 2 Stunden. Das geht dann 2, 3 Stunden. Also Stunde, das war das Kürzeste, wo wieder gebohrt hat. Ich hoffe, dass es jetzt nicht lange geht. Der hat heute Morgen schon angefangen. Um 4 Uhr. Tut mir leid, falls ihr das Gebohre hört. Hoffentlich ist es jetzt vorbei. Das ist so nervig. Wieso muss man 2 Wochen lang geboren? Und dann pro Woche 3, 4 Tage lang. Und einen Tag, an dem Tag, wo er das dann macht, 2, 3 Stunden. Ich kapiere es nicht.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
You approve of his chaos?
Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change.
Your alliance to this Balin is clear. Why?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not.
Some say Balin killed his father.
Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade.
Let me see what you have in store.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Sorry, falls ihr im Hintergrund auch meine Katze hört, die ist... Wo ist die überhaupt? Die macht irgendwas gerade. Okay. Ich bin ja eigentlich auf einer Seite für Harrowmont, auf der anderen Seite für Balin. Weil Balin ist so ekelhaft kalt, so ein gieriger Typ. Und Harrowmont ist halt eben das Gegenteil, nur Harrowmont ist nicht gut für die Zwerge. Deswegen werde ich jetzt Balin nehmen.
King Indrin chose Harrowmont as his successor, and that's good enough for me.
So, diese ganze das ganze... Ich weiß nicht, egal. Moment. Ach stimmt, ja, okay, gut. Wir müssen... Warte mal, wo? Okay, gut, hab nur gerade überlegt, was wir als nächstes machen, aber erstmal gucken wir hier in den Stores, in den Geschäften.
Welcome to Jan-Ar Family Armorers. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail. At Jan-Ar's we have everything from leather to platinum.
Der widerliche Vater von... Ach, jetzt habe ich den Namen vergessen. Dagnars widerlicher Vater. You know anything about what's happening with the king?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harrowmont's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
Are you part of this miscast?
I, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacit, which were integrated into the
Sorry,
cuirass.
tut mir leid.
But, I'm guessing by your face you're not a smith yourself.
Do I do I look like one? Just let me see what's in your store.
Of course. Keep in mind we also take items on trade.
Okay. Auf gleich zu Dagna.
Let's get started.
Life in Orzammar. Können wir gerade gucken? Ups. Okay, da fehlt uns noch einiges. Ach stimmt, ja, Dagna steht da. Ganz vergessen.
The great paragon Branka will never return. The ancestors have taken her from this world.
Nee, da liegst du falsch.
We lost it.
Yes, indeed.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Ja, gleich. Gleich.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Are you alright?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging, then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work I've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
I don't understand. What happened to you?
Well, it's the lyrium, you know. Raw blood of the earth. It's more alive than you and me. Most of the time, that's no problem. When it's all bundled up in a piece of steel, it'll leave you alone. But handling the ore directly, sometimes you get burned. It's not just your skin it takes off. It'll burn directly into your mind.
So, working with lyrium made you crazy? Aren't dwarves immune to lyrium effects?
Of course we are. Weak surfacers like you touch the raw ore, and you'll bleed from your eyeballs in hours. Weird seeing how big you are. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck.
Let me see your wares.
Right. Best in the trade, you know. I've worked the ore myself.
Ah ja, und hier ist, glaube ich, auch das Geschenk, dieser Spiegel für Morrigan. Ja, ich konnte mich noch erinnern. Sehr gut, dass es nicht so teuer ist. Das ist perfekt. Nee, da sammeln wir sowieso noch später genug für Shale, deswegen kaufe ich das jetzt auch nicht. Ich hätte aber gerne den Live-Giver. Okay. Reden wir mit Dagna.
You look like you're not from around here.
Can I help you?
I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
My companion here is a senior enchanter of the Circle.
Oh, my lady, it's an honor. I've never met an actual mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium in your veins?
Don't let the glamour fool you, child. Wielding magic is a dangerous occupation, and a great responsibility.
We'd be happy to answer any questions.
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Nicht schon wieder. Mann! Hör auf, Nachbar, bitte! Das ist so nervig. Am liebsten würde ich da runtergehen und ihn fragen, warum er seit 2 Wochen am Bohren ist. Das ist so anstrengend. You're crazy. Dwarves can't do magic.
I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
I can bring the Circle your request.
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Okay.
Hey, what's down there? Yes?
What do you know of this place?
Vast holes carved from the stone of the mountain, lined with the chiseled marble figures of paragons, so fine as to mirror life itself. Soaring ceilings grand enough to make any man forget the sky and the sun, and to question the reason for their existence. I have heard of these things and more, but none prepared me for what I have seen here. It is marvelous.
Let's just move on. Ja, ich habe gehofft, dass sie über die Nax spricht, dass sie eine Nack möchte.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter.
Common nugs. I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dusttown. Guess I'm shutting it down.
If I see any Nax, I will send them your way.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Eigentlich war doch hier immer eine Nack, oder nicht? Laut meiner Erinnerung. Aber hier ist auf jeden Fall eine. Hier ist auf jeden Fall eine. Ja.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
I've got a Nack for you. Here.
Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
So, vielleicht können wir jetzt mit ihr darüber sprechen.
Yes? Vast halls, soaring... I have heard of these things and more, but... Yes? Well, here I am. Of course I do. I love stories. In ages past, any land
Überspringt
that
das
was
jetzt noch.
touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer. Which one? It will come to you soon. Yes? Vast. I have heard of these things and more.
Okay, okay. Sammeln wir erstmal alle Nacks ein.
So, you truly do not believe in any sort of higher power?
It has been bothering you, I see. No, I do not. Must I?
What do you believe happens to you after you die, then? Nothing?
I do not go to sit by the Maker's side, if that's what you mean.
Only those who are worthy are brought to the Maker's side. So many other sad souls are left to wander in the void, hopeless and forever lost.
And what evidence of this have you? I see only spirits, no wandering ghosts of wicked disbelievers.
It must be so sad to look forward to nothing, to feel no love and seek no reward in the afterlife.
Anguish tears at me so. You have seen through me to my sad, sad core.
Now you're simply mocking me.
You notice? It appears your perceptive powers know no bounds.
Ach ja. Ich glaube, ich gehe da gleich mal rüber. Es ist 10 Uhr.
Each other in the arena, do they?
Es ist 10 Uhr.
Why would anyone find that entertaining?
In der Woche um 10 Uhr ist dieser blöde, verdammte, blöde Nachbar am Bohren. Mann, es ist echt unmöglich anstrengend.
Good day, stranger. Welcome to the proving arena. We're still closed until the fighters make their preparations, but come back this afternoon if you want to watch the show.
Sounds like fun. Ach, komm back then.
Enjoy our grand city.
Okay.
You have a barbed tongue, Morrigan. Why do you treat others in this way?
I owe you no explanation. There is no writing on my forehead that says, "Please, guide me."
You are traveling with these people. It behooves you to be civil.
You were too transparent, old woman. Do not bring up our companions when all you wish is for me to be civil to you. I am not one of your circle apprentices. Hang on your every word. I am not Alistair, who sees in you a surrogate mother.
No, it is obvious you are nothing like Alistair.
Take your lectures elsewhere. They mean nothing to me.
From what I've heard of dwarven politics, I'm almost surprised we haven't seen blood running these streets.
At your peril. Evidence suggests more. News of the hour. Does Lord Harold... The mark had pulled off the dwarfs
Except he isn't
forever.
sitting there at the
The
moment, I
assembly
suppose.
demands an answer.
Mann, also ich erwarte schon, dass der wieder anfängt zu bohren. Ich frage mich, wie respektlos man sein kann und einfach mal mir nichts demnächst um 10 Uhr abends bohrt in der Woche. Es ist Dienstag. Es ist Dienstag. Es ist 10 Uhr abends. Es ist Dienstag. Und der Typ, der bohrt, ist dem egal. Scheiß drauf auf die Leute, die schlafen wollen. Viele Leute hier, die gehen auch schon früh ins Bett um 21 Uhr. Aber ja, ich kenne eigentlich die Nachbarin, die hier vorher gelebt hat, die hatte in der Nacht Sex. Und über Stunden hinweg, also in der Woche, in der Nacht. Deswegen, also.
Ancestors. Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people to strange things.
This should be easy enough.
Ich weiß jetzt gar nicht, wie lange ich aufnehme. Ich werde gleich mal die Aufnahme beenden. Ja, es hat geklappt. Ja. Ja, hier, die müssen wir sammeln. Die werden wir auch alle einsammeln. Sie sind in der Welt verteilt. Ich glaube, wenn du hier Urn of Sacred Ashes die Quest machst, da ist auch ein Liebesbrief zu finden. Ja. Take it. Achso, continue. Ja, das habe ich. Und da ich überhaupt keine Lust habe. Oh, scheiße, ich habe ja hier. Oder? Ah doch, ja. Gut. Ja, ich hatte jetzt echt keine Lust drauf. So. Komm, nehmen wir alles. Ich bin nebenbei auch am also nicht nebenbei, sondern ich nehme einiges jetzt auf, deswegen habe ich jetzt auch keine Lust, irgendwie noch schwerere, aber auf jeden Fall irgendwelche Kämpfe zu machen, die so viel Zeit kosten. Also ja.
This should be easy enough.
Das soll jetzt nicht heißen, dass ich alle Kämpfe nicht machen werde und überspringen werde. Das ist jetzt nur, solange wir jetzt nicht in den tiefen Wegen, also richtig in den tiefen Wegen sind. So, wir haben ja gesagt, ich entscheide mich jetzt für Belen. Deswegen werde ich auch gar nicht erst mit dem Typen da von Haremon sprechen, weil sonst fällt es mir ungemein schwer, mich für Belen zu entscheiden. Und deswegen machen wir das direkt, dass wir mit ihm sprechen. Haben wir? Falls wir doch mit ihm gesprochen haben, dann nehme ich das zurück, was ich gesagt habe. Wir sprechen jetzt einfach mit Vortek. Ich kann seinen Namen nicht aussprechen. Vortek.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartak Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
Ja, ich meine, ja. Ich weiß nicht, warum ich ihn Vortek aussprechen wollte, aber Vortek hat sich in meinen Ohren komisch angehört, deswegen. Okay, This treaty obliged Orzammar to send troops to the surface.
Ah, ancient documents indeed. These were signed in the reign of Eithnar Bimo, Paragon and King. That was 16 generations ago. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Battling the Blight is more important than politics.
No one wishes this fight over more than Balin. But while it rages, Orzammar can spare no one to combat what may or may not be a new blight.
Are you implying a Grey Warren wouldn't recognize a blight?
I believe you. But what are we to do? If Balin followed his heart and sent his men to aid you, Harrowmont would steal his throne. We would defeat the blight and return to find our homeland devastated by an incompetent tyrant.
Balin ist der Tyrann. Also Balin ist derjenige, von dem, also oh, nee. Okay. And if you don't fight, your homeland gets destroyed.
Perhaps you could prove to Prince Balin your intentions are just. If you show you owe Harrowmont no fealty, I'm sure Balin would help you. Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception.
Irrefutable evidence? Which I suppose you have?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
What kind of evidence?
Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Oh, excuse me, two assembly members. Desher is their formal title. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Ich möchte das eigentlich gar nicht tun. Ich möchte das nicht, aber okay. Where did you get the notes?
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty.
Isn't there someone you could report him to?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Harrowmont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
He holds a distant relative over his duty.
I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it?
I will have to think about this.
Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
Ich finde, man könnte ja das so machen, dass man sagt, man entscheidet sich erst für Harrowmont, bringt dann die Leute auf die Seite von Haramond. Ich weiß es nicht. Ich möchte auf gar keinen Fall Belen wählen, aber mich für Belen entscheiden, aber ich werde das so machen jetzt und
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
ja.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Okay. So.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize a warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
So who has the authority to aid me?
Dulin Ferender, Haramond's man, can be found at the Haramond estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Okay.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Ferender, second to Lord Haramont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
Nein, bitte. Was ist jetzt los? Okay. I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against the blight.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Haramont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
Vartag wants me to besmirch, oh my god, Haramond's reputation. Besmirch.
I see. Well, it hardly increases my confidence to hear that you went to him first. I assume you refused?
I am looking for a better offer.
If you want Lord Haramont's assistance, first you'll have to prove he can trust you.
Stop playing games. This treaty compels you to help.
You're asking the King of Orzammar to send armies to the surface, but Orzammar has no king and we have no army. Right now, the men who should be fighting Darkspawn are brawling in the street. If this situation is not resolved, we face civil war. If you want Lord Haramont's time now, you'll have to prove you have no intention of turning against him later.
So you would make the whole world wait.
If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Haramont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Haramont's best fighters into stepping down.
Why would your assembly care who wins some tournament? Yeah.
The proving is a contest of the best warriors in Orzammar. By fighting, they show who has the ancestors' favor. If you were to enter the proving as Lord Haramont's champion, it would prove your loyalty beyond a doubt. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Haramont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I don't want to start picking sides.
Then I'm afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Haramont cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind, let me know. The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Haramont could certainly use you on his side.
Okay, wir haben nicht mit ihm gesprochen. Oh.
Who would dare take from the memories?
So, erstmal mit Orta.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Ortan Tig. It was lost during the last blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Ortan, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Ortan, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
I could try to find them.
You're from the surface. What do you know about fighting Darkspawn? There aren't even any expeditions planned until they settle this election. Otherwise, you need special permission from the Assembly or some great lord.
I'm a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Haramont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking, it's almost too much to hope.
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shapered. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Bisschen ekelig von dir. Ach, hier. Jetzt.
This should be easy enough. Right. Right. Let's get started.
I could do that for you.
Ja, ja. Ich weiß. Ich habe einfach auch nicht nachgedacht. So. Okay.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the shaper of memories.
How do you know who I am?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
I would like your permission to open a chantry here.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
I come on behalf of Brother Burkel, a cleric of Dreadwolf.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkel hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
Oh mein Gott. Weil Tradition sowas Gutes ist. What harm would it do to let him preach?
He seems a charitable man, but that is a thin thread on which to tie Orzammar's traditions. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
Tell me some of Orzammar history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
Where is Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old Empire. During the last Blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the Blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
How did you lose your golems?
The Paragon Caradon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth 12 dwarves in battle, but Caradon's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Ihr solltet das nicht nochmal machen. Ihr habt aus Zwergen... Nee. Okay, enough history. Let's talk basic Orzammar again.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
What does the Shaper of Memories do?
The Shaper guards Orzammar's knowledge. We have preserved in Lyrium all of the records of Dwarven history. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost Tigs. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad.
I'm sorry to disturb you. Goodbye.
Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
Okay. So. Meine Kopfhörer sind so groß, die fallen jedes Mal runter. Und ich kann die nicht kleiner machen.
Lord Harrowmont, said to have kicked Castlet in the street. Could the end of Orzammar be nigh? Turn to Lord Harrowmont and assure the future of Dwarven society.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king. You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing.
Okay, dann müssen wir nochmal mit ihm sprechen. Das machen wir dann in der nächsten Folge. Die letzte
This
Sache.
should be easy enough.
Ja, die letzte Sache, die ich jetzt noch machen werde. Weil ich würde sagen, dass wir das hier alles doch erst in der nächsten oder übernächsten Folge machen.
Let's get started.
Ja.
Let me ask you this then, Morrigan. What if there really was a maker?
Then I would wonder why he has abandoned his creation. It seems terribly irresponsible of him.
He left us because we were determined to make our own way, even if we hurt ourselves. And he could not bear to watch.
But how do you know? Ask him this. Perhaps he has gone to a new creation elsewhere and abandoned this as a dismal failure best forgotten.
I do not need to know, because I have faith. I believe in him and feel his hope and his love.
Faith. How quickly those who have no answers invoke that word.
How can someone who practices magic have so little capacity to believe in that which he cannot see?
Magic is real. I can touch it and command it, and I need no faith for it to fill me up inside. If you were looking for your higher power, there it is.
But only if you can control it. I do not envy the loneliness you must feel at times, Morrigan.
Leave me be. Loneliness would be preferred to this endless chatter.
Da hat sie Morrigan mit getroffen.
Blood and damnation.
Yes. Step right, maker's breath. Oh, beg your pardon, friend. You, startled me a bit.
We are looking for a canary sword.
Can what? I'm sorry, I don't know what that...
Where is my sword?
I don't know what you mean, sir.
Just kill him, Stan. We can search his belongings for it.
I don't have it, I swear by Andraste's knickers. I sold it on the way here.
Stan tear his arms off.
No, I swear I don't have it. I sold it to a dwarf in Redcliffe, name of Dwin.
What would a dwarf want with a canary blade?
I don't rightly know. He said he was a collector. It's none of my business what a person wants with my merchandise once it's changed hands.
We'll see. Vashaden.
Indeed.
Okay. Und werden wir Ja, natürlich werden wir unterbrochen. Nein! Aber wisst ihr was? So. Ich habe gesagt, ich werde das nicht immer machen, aber jetzt jetzt ging's nicht anders.
I'm taking these apprentices to Redcliffe. The first enchanter says you need every able-bodied mage for the war. They're young, but capable enough, as you saw.
Yep.
Discipline and focus. The Master says we will help in the battles to come. Discipline and focus. The Master says we will help in the battles to come.
So. No.
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the circle is well on its way to recovery.
Dagna of Orzammar wishes to study magic.
Orzammar? Indeed. You have piqued my curiosity. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries.
All she wants is to study the theory of magic.
Fascinating. I suppose the circle should be flattered.
She's willing to give up caste and clan for this.
I see. If she is willing to sacrifice so much for this, then we should feel honored. Tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be easy. But if she chooses it, then she is welcome here at the circle. She will live and study with the tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices, when it is appropriate.
Thank you, First Enchanter.
If only the circle was in better shape. I fear she may be disappointed when she arrives.
You will have an extra pair of hands to help rebuild.
This will be interesting. She could tell us much about our dwarven neighbors. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the circle. Thank you.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
You've already done much for the circle. Now you must see to your duty as a Grey Warden.
Forgive me, but I must take my leave.
I wish you well. Know you will always be welcome here.
Thank you, thank you.
Hello, how can I... It's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said.
First Enchanter Irving accepted you for study.
Ancestors, bless you. I can't believe it. There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the circle since your Relden in the 13th century. I need to pack. No, my parents would get suspicious. I need to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books, tuition?
Nothing. The mages need every ally they can get.
Then I should go before my parents come looking for me. If you ever go to the circle again, maybe I'll see you there.
Okay, und damit würde ich sagen, bis zur nächsten Folge. Ich weiß nicht, wie lange das jetzt ist, aber ich denke, es ist schon eine Stunde. Ja. Dann Dankeschön und tschüss.